Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are here to talk about the very small amount of books that I read in July. I know we're like nearing the middle of the month, and my apologies for not getting this up sooner, but you know what, we're here. Also, it may be a little bit dark in here. It has been where I live really, really rainy and overcast for like going on 2 weeks now. It feels a lot longer, but today's like really bad. But I was like, you know what? I need to film. I want to film, so we're just gonna go with it. But to give us a little bit of ambiance, I put on some of my background candles, which I'm loving it. We're not there yet, but like we're edging towards fall, you know, so I get to bust out some of those decorations. Anyway, what are we here to talk about? The very small amount of books that I read in July, right? Yes. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get into it. My name is Jen. This is Bookmarked by Jen. Welcome. Welcome if you are new here. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and please like the video or comment. I love all the comments that I get from you guys. And let's get into it. Okay, so when I mentioned that I only read a small amount of books in July, I was not lying. I only read 4. I realized this morning, actually, and I don't even know how I realized it or like what prompted me to even figure it out. I don't know. But on my Instagram, the monthly stats that I always post, for some reason, like I had 4 books on there, but when you get to like the books that I read and like, you know, my star ratings and everything, I have 5 books on there. I think like I thought that I was going to get to this last book, and I'll talk about it at the very end, but that was like wishful thinking on my part, and then I never deleted it. But anyway, 4 books. So we're going to start off the month with Pretty Cruel Love. It actually was our July buddy read, so I'm going to link. Why am I so out of breath? I don't know. I mean, I have not done anything. I think I'm just excited to talk. I don't know. Okay, let's start this again. I'm going to link the live for that and all of our discussion about it down below. I'll have it in a card as well. So this is a romantic suspense. It's between a doctor and a patient relationship. It's a doctor-patient relationship. It takes place in a secluded cabin. So this doctor, not gonna lie, I have forgotten names already. I do remember she is it Sadie? Sadie Pretty. Her name is Sadie Pretty, and apparently she's like gorgeous, and people kind of like make fun of her a little bit, or play off the fact that her last name is Pretty because she is like so pretty, but like more than pretty. Anyway, so this doctor has worked really hard. He's very well renowned. He has like 100% success rate, where he takes individuals who he believes are innocent or are innocent, or that he can prove innocence, or that he can prove that they can be put out in society again. And when he picks you, so it's kind of like, think of it as like a psychological take on like the Innocence Project almost, but it's like, you know, they only deal with one person. He deals with one person. He has like this regiment that he goes through. When he picks you, you are taken to a secluded cabin. You don't know where it is. Like a lot of people don't know where it is. You have rules set that you have to follow. You have to do certain things to get through whatever he has planned, and it's like exposure therapy and just a lot of different things. You have to journal about it, but anyway, it's a secluded cabin. So already you have like this air of mystery. What I really liked about this book was that you didn't like know who you could trust, really. Was the narrator reliable? Is she being truthful? And then in that aspect, I mean, because you do get like a little bit of a dual POV, are either one of them reliable? But especially Sadie, is she reliable? And so I really enjoyed that. So I don't think that I mentioned it because I got ahead of myself, but Pretty Cruel Love is by Whitney G. I am not quite for sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe like this is like her first really intense dive into like a more romantic suspense. I've loved a lot of her books. I've read numerous books of hers. I liked this one a lot. It is a shorter book. I think it was like only like 200 or 215 pages or something like that. I do feel like there was a little bit more that could have been expanded on. I know that there's only so much you can jam pack into a novella, and I don't really know if you would call this a novella. I'm not quite for sure. It's a shorter story. But there was just certain things that I would have liked a little bit more on, especially when things come to light. And that's all I'm going to say there. I ended up giving this one a 3.5 stars. I thought it was really good. I really liked the writing. But again, there was just certain things that weren't there that I wanted, and there as such. Next up, I read, I have it here. I'm not going to get it out. I'll just pop it up. The second book in the Frozen Fate trilogy, which is Cage of Ice and Echoes by Pam Godwin. I mean, if even like in its own way, more tragic than the first one. The first one is crazy, but this one is like non-stop action. Like, these characters, I can't say much about anything, but I'm just telling you, like, these characters never catch a break. In the first one, like, I remember just being like, what the fuck is happening? What is going on? Is this real? Like, who can you trust? Can you trust anybody? What is going to happen? When is the shoe going to drop? You like are over analyzing things. Am I over analyzing things? Is this foreshadowing? Like, what, I don't know what to believe. Like, what is going on? Writing notes, like trying to figure out what's going on. I did figure out certain things, but then we are thrust into the second book, which pretty much takes up right where the first book ended, and it just doesn't stop. I mean, it's like hit after hit with these characters, and it's emotional. I think that's why it's taken me so long to finish it, because I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I'm still reading Heart of Frost and Scars, which is the third book. I've been carrying these books around for months now, but I've been carrying this book around for, I mean, I feel like it's been 2 months. I know it hasn't. It can't possibly be, but I feel like I've been carrying these books around forever. They're great books. I've given these 2 books, the first 2 books, I've given them 5 stars. I mean, it's Pam Godwin. It's amazing, but they're heavy. I mean, as Pam Godwin does, they're heavy. But like, we're having to deal with the consequences from the first book, right? And we have to find new ways to survive. Remember, we're in like the Antarctic, we're in Alaskan country in freaking blizzards. And I say blizzards, and like, we don't have daylight. So and that's all. I mean, like, I can't tell you anything. If you know, you know. But you have to read these books. They're amazing. I am a little bit past half of the third book, and I mean, it's really good. But it's like, now you can kind of breathe, and I can't say much about that anyway. But like, now I've had a chance to breathe with this book. But now I'm like, well, I kind of want the action now. Like, thank you for letting me breathe, but like, I just need to know, because I have it in my head what I think is about to happen, and I just need to know if I'm right. Great books, but again, like, I can't tell you much about it because I don't want to spoil anything for you. That would be an injustice to you, and I just won't do that. Okay, so rolling off the cusp of the Frozen Fate trilogy, I finished Cage of Ice and Echoes and immediately started Heart of Frost and Scars. But like I said, I kind of, even though we get a little bit of reprieve in the book, in the third book, it's still really chunky, and I think I just needed a break. So I wasn't getting very far, right? Like, I would read a chapter and then I'd be like, I'd go find something else to do. I just couldn't like sit with that book. So I was like, well, am I in a slump, or do I need to read something else? The same thing happened from the first book to the second book, and now from the second book to the third book. But I was like, there's a duet that I want to read. I'm going to go ahead and read that. I'll read the first book and then I'll go back, and that just didn't happen. I read the 2 books consecutively because, Jesus, this next 2 books are, I mean, in my top reads of 2025. They have to be. And that is The Perfect Song Duet, which is first verse and last chorus by L.M. Halloran. Oh my gosh, you guys. Amazing duet. So this is the first time that I've read L.M. Halloran, and it definitely will not be my last. I've actually started looking at her backlist to see like what other books are out there and like what I want to read next. And I do have a book that I've picked out that I want to read next from her, or that will be my next read from this author. So this is a rock star romance, and like, if you know me or you've been around at any point in time, you know, like, I am heavily in a rock star like moment. And by moment, I mean like, I just love rock star romances. It will be forever moment. I love finding different ways to love a rock star romance. I love when there's nuances about a rock star romance, I love it. And that is exactly what you get here. But you get so much more. This one hits like all the feels, like all the things I love about a rock star romance, but just, I mean, so much more. You definitely have to read them consecutively. You definitely do not want to read last chorus before you read first verse. This is about two people who find each other really early on at a very young age. Their parents are rock stars, so they, grew up together, and there is a little bit of what you think is like an unrequited love or an infatuation, but really it's just, am I good enough for this person? I must keep them at arm's length, but they don't know that I feel this way and they think it's something else. So that's already there. Then you get the emotionality of it. I cried so many times within these books. I mean, it's just not only the emotionality of the books and the way these characters are, but like the words that are spoken, the moments that they have are just pure gold, really. I love how the author handled not only the emotions that come with the issues that are in this book. There are some trigger warnings if you have like substance abuse or other types of abuse triggers. Definitely check your triggers on everything. I say this constantly, but I feel like it should be said. Again, your mental health matters. So if there's any reason that you have any triggers, definitely check trigger warnings. That being said, I think that she handled these deep emotions and the topics as well as the healing processes that go with what is going on with these characters so well. One of them is an addict. The other one, I don't necessarily agree with the way that she handled herself after certain events happened. Our female character, I understand where she came from, but I don't want to say it was like a miscommunication, because it definitely wasn't. I hate the miscommunication trope to another level, and that wasn't it. It was just no communication, not allowing anybody to speak, not allowing anybody to correctly explain themselves, and then letting so much time pass that now you feel absolutely ridiculous for doing what you did and acting the way that you did. And I was very angry at the beginning of the second book. Like, I distinctly remember picking up the second book after finishing the first book and saying, what the actual fuck? Are you kidding me? With the amount of time that passed, I was so mad and so ready to jump into it. But I was mad in a good way. Like, I loved the feelings that these books brought out in me. It was amazing. I loved being, normally I'm like, you're annoying me as a heroine, but it was like, you're pissing me off, but I enjoyed it. Very strange, I know, I enjoyed it. I will say that if you're not someone who reads a book cover to cover, you should totally try it. And if you're going to start, maybe try it with this book. Reading the author's note, not just the acknowledgments, but the actual author's note in the back of the book, really was an eye-opener as well. I mean, I think that it brought this story it cemented this even more for me. If it was already a 5 stars, if you could give it more stars, like, that would have given it 1 or 2 more stars just because of that. It was great. You guys, you just have to read it. I mean, it's so good. I have so many highlighted parts from these books, so many quotes that I now need to add to my reading planner. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. You just have to read it. So there it is. Those are the very small books that I read this month, and I don't mean small as in like small size, but the amount. I only read 4 books, but they've all made an impact. Like, I mean, really. And I ended it with the perfect song duet, which was amazing. I need to now add them to my collection. I have to have them. I have a small rock star romance shelf here, like one of my smaller ones, but I need to get more rock star romances so I can have like a big shelf, right? And then have some kind of like, I don't know, memorabilia from it or something. I don't know, but good God, you guys have to read this. So that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know what you read in July, what your favorite reads were. Did you DNF a book? Did you not like anything? Are you in a reading slump? Do we need to have some... Actually, if you're in a reading slump, stay tuned, because I'm about to finish this video and start another video of like bingeable books, unput downable books, books that are like, you just can't stop reading them. They are so good. So maybe they will help you get out of a reading slump. They are for many purposes if you're looking for certain things. So stay tuned for that. That will be up very soon. I will catch you on the next video. But until then, happy reading. Bye.